Hello students, today we will study the subject biology in which we will discuss about the topic reproduction in lower and higher plants. Before going towards the topic, first we will see the meaning of lower plants and higher plants. The plants having simple structure and simple reproductive process and without vascular system are called as lower plants. For example, algae, fungi, bacteria. The plants having advanced or complex structure, advanced characteristics with vascular system are called as higher plants. For example, mango, hibiscus. Now, what is meant by reproduction? The production of new organism from existing organism of the same species is called a reproduction. It helps in continuation of species as well as to maintain the continuity of life. But each organism has its own particular method of reproduction. So we will next study the types of reproduction. Okay, basically or generally there are two methods of reproduction or two types of reproduction, which are these. First one is asexual reproduction and second one is sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is known as apomixis, that is without involvement of gametes, and only one parent is needed. So the offsprings are formed are genetically identical in this process. Now in sexual reproduction, it also called as amphimixis. Amphi means both and mixis means mixing. So both gametes are mixed and offsprings are formed. So it involving gametes as well as it requires two parents. Now, asexual reproduction having again following types, which are these. First, fragmentation, budding, spore formation, binary fission, vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation having two again types, which are these: natural method of vegetative propagation, artificial method of vegetative propagation. Natural method of vegetative propagation, the reproduces plants by root, stem and leaf. While in artificial method, there are cutting, grafting and tissue culture. These are new methods. Now, we will see in detail. First, asexual reproduction, it's also called as apomixis, we already seen. This method of reproduction which do not involve meiosis as well as no fusion of gametes or sex cells. Gametes are also called as sex cells. That is, the method is uniparental. So, offsprings, that is new organism produced, are genetically identical to that parents. This method having following types. First one is fragmentation. Many filamentous multicellular organisms are, the body is filamentous like. So the filament cut at many places due to any reason. The cut places are grown into are known as fragments. These fragments grow into new organisms, for example, Spirogyra. Now, next method is budding. In unicellular organism, it most common method of reproduction. During favorable condition, the small outgrowth is produced on the surface of the cell. That outgrowth is called as bud. This bud on separation grow into new individuals. For example, is these buds are formed in chain also. Now, spore formation. Spore formation, different types of motile and non-motile spores are produced by algae and fungi. Algae produces these flagellated motile zoospores, and each zoospore is grow into new organism, for example Chlamydomonas. Now fungi produced non-motile spores, they are called as conidia, which grow into new individuals. Sponges produce gemmules which can grow into new organism. Now next method is binary fission. It is common in unicellular organism. Parent cell divides to produce two daughter cells that give rise to two new individuals. In this process, first takes karyokinesis and after that cytokinesis, that is the division of nucleus takes place first, and second the division of cytoplasm. They divide into two parts and form two organisms. Now next method is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is also called as vegetative reproduction. Then what is meant by vegetative propagation? That is, the root, stem, leaf of the plant are known as vegetative parts. So the formation of new individuals from any vegetative part of the plant body, such as root, stem, leaf, is called as vegetative propagation. It is having two types: natural method of vegetative propagation. First one, by root. The root of the many plants having adventitious buds on their surface which sprout under favorable conditions to produce leafy shoot and adventitious root from the base of the shoot. These sprout may be separated and planted for commercial cultivation. In case of sweet potato, dahlia and asparagus are the examples of the natural method of vegetative propagation by root. Now, by stem. Many plant reproduces naturally by stem. Underground part of the stem, such as rhizome, that is turmeric, tuber, that is potato, bulbs, for example onion, are modification of stem for vegetative propagation. They produced number of new individuals. Now, the vegetative propagation by leaf, by natural method. Leaves of some plants, for example bryophyllum, they show adventitious buds in the notches along the margin of the leaf. These adventitious buds falls on the ground or falls off and produce the new plantlets. While in begonia and kalanchoe, buds produced on the leaf surface. This is natural method of vegetative propagation by natural method of vegetative propagation. Now, next one is artificial method of vegetative propagation. This method is widely used in economically important plants. In this, first method is cutting. Cutting are small plant part like root, stem, leaf, which are able to develop into new individuals when placed in soil. For example, stem cutting, example rose bougainvillea, leaf cutting, sansevieria, root cutting, blackberry. Now, grafting. Grafting, in this method, the parts of two plants are joined together in such a way that they grow as a one plant. In grafting, the rooted plant in the soil is called as stalk, while other plant which contain more than one bud is called as scion or graft. It is also called bud grafting, in which only one bud is joined to the stalk. For example, apple, pear, rose. Now, the next method is tissue culture or micropropagation. Tissue culture technique or micropropagation. In this method, small amount of plant tissue which contain apical meristem is carefully grown to give many plantlets. This method is used to produce large number of genetically identical plants, that is clones, within short time period. In this method, from single plant tissue we can produce thousands of plants. A small tissue containing apical meristem removed from the plant is known as explant. When the explant is placed in nutrient medium where the cells of tissue divide and redivide to form cottony structure known as callus. After few days, callus produces shoot and root of plantlets. This process is known as organogenesis. These plantlets are separated and planted into pot for hardening, then planted into field. Okay. Now, last bit is significance of vegetative propagation. It is cheaper method of reproduction. This method is used to propagate desired varieties according to the human requirements. It is helpful in producing disease-free plant, and it is rapid propagation of plants can be done by this method. So